living my life like it's golden, 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 golden.
Hey y'all, what's good? What's poppin'? So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I make this wig, how I got this color, everything like that. So first, we're gonna go over what you will need. You're gonna need a wig cap for the installation. You're gonna need a dome cap. You are going to need your bundles, okay? I will link where I got these bundles from. I got them off Amazon, surprisingly, and they're pretty nice. And then you're gonna need your hair color. So I'm using lavender and soft lavender, and I'm also using lavender thread. I'm getting right into it. I'm putting a little bit of the soft lavender to see kind of like what color it gives. I want to start with the lighter color first. Y'all, I made so many mistakes during this dyeing process, so learn from me, okay? Then I'm mixing in the lavender to darken it up. I have like a piece of paper towel in the bowl, so that way I can see like how the color is coming out on this paper towel. But make sure you use a bigger bucket. I forgot to get a bigger bucket, so I was just using like Tupperware I had in my house, and this was like the biggest bowl I had. So I had to dye the hair a good 3 times because it wasn't taking the color, because whenever I put one bundle in, as you can kind of tell, it's gonna soak up that darkness, and then it's just gonna leave that soft lavender behind, and it's just gonna give the hair a pink tint like you see here. So what I ended up doing was I separated all the hair. I made like 3 buckets of this watercolor stuff. I ended up having to go to the store and get more hair dye so I could do this, but I separated each bundle into its own bucket, and then I dyed it again that way, so that way the color would come out even and every strand would be coated. So if you're going to use smaller containers, I recommend you do that, because that way each bundle will have the color deposited evenly and nicely. It's not going to be like that. Like it was a mess. So I recommend you either getting a humongous bucket like other people usually do, or separating each bundle into its own bucket and making sure that the hair color is mixed in evenly. I kind of just winged it, but this is what the hair looks like when it's wet. And I didn't really like that the tracks of the hair didn't take the color. That was kind of annoying. But I didn't worry about it too much because I was like, I don't have time to be doing all that extra. So then I'm drying my frontal so that way I can start constructing the wig. Now I filmed this so terribly, so I'm going to try to explain everything as best as I can in this voiceover. But yeah, so basically I was struggling to dry my frontal, but I got it dry, and then I'm putting on my dome cap, and I'm going to measure out where I want the frontal to sit. Now I'm going to be constructing this wig on a sewing machine, so I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. But even if you aren't using a sewing machine, you still do this first. You would usually just sew down the frontal first afterwards. I will be sewing down my frontal last. But I put it on my head and I kind of adjust it and put it where I want it. Now I like to have my frontals a bit forward because I do have a humongous head and my wigs usually come out really tight. So in order to avoid that, I pull the frontal forward a little bit, and then I'm going to take a metallic Sharpie and I'm going to mark on the cap and the frontal where I want it to be placed, so that way when I put it onto the styrofoam head, as you see here, I can line the lines up and then trace out where the frontal is. Then I'm also going to trace out where I'm going to put my tracks, and I'm just drawing straight lines across at the bottom part of like the dome cap of the head part, and then I'm like rounding them up to meet the back of the frontal. Then once I get to the top of the head, I'm going to start making lines straight across the head. I'm not going to be curving them around anymore. I'm going to make them straight across, and that is going to be going towards the top of the head. then I'm ready to make my wig. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew my tracks together. I'm going to double my tracks. I recommend you only doubling two of your bundles, because I ended up running out of hair and I had to like split part of a bundle apart, and I still didn't have enough hair, so I have to go get some more hair to put in this wig. But I'm like finessing it as of right now. But I recommend you only double tracking two of the bundles, and then leaving one bundle single wefted, so that way you have enough hair and you can always go back in and add the extra hair if you have extra left over. But just to be on the safe side, I recommend you just do two double and one single. So yeah, I'm just using a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine, and I will have my sewing machine linked in the description box if you want to know which one I use. I also use the same method to sew on the tracks to the hair. I'm just using a zigzag stitch. It's really easy. It makes it super secure. Everything lays super flat. So you're not going to have any bulging or bumps or anything like that when you're using a sewing machine. So if you're like into wigs and you know make wigs all the time, I definitely recommend you invest in a sewing machine, because it will change your life. Okay, once you get the hang of it, it's like no going back to like hand stitching. This wig probably took me 2.5 hours to make, because one, I was on the phone, so I was talking, stopping, all of that. But if I was just focused, it probably would have taken me like an hour and a half. Super quick, super easy. Everything is so secure. You won't have to worry about no tracks coming off. Like, girl, it's secure, okay? But you just want to make sure that everything is laying flat while you're sewing everything on, so that way, you know, it's not any, not any errors, and it's easier to sew when everything is super flat. The machine will just glide over top. What am I talking about? The only annoying part about using a sewing machine is all the strings that you're going to have left over, but you can just cut those off. And my sewing machine has a little cutter on the side, and I just boop, slice it off. I'm sorry I didn't get a good angle of like me sewing this wig, but I will leave a video linked in the description box that I use that helped me a lot. So now I'm just crimping my hair. I will also leave a link in the description box to the waver that I used. It's by Bedhead. I got it on Amazon for 16 bucks. Best 16 bucks ever. So easy. It's just really time consuming, because you have to do this one section of hair about 5 times to get like the whole, crimp or whatever. But when it's over and done with, it's so cute, and I really love how this color came out. To secure this wig this day, whenever I was recording this, I used wig tape, which was cool. I just found that I needed to go over the edges with glue so that you couldn't really tell, you couldn't see the lace sticking up, because obviously like the tape isn't gonna just get every single piece of lace. So yeah, but these are the finished results. I really love it. I didn't get any really good videos of the hair, but I'm inserting videos and pictures and everything that I've taken over time so y'all can see the finished result. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Sorry if this was all over the place. I tried my best to make this video make sense, but I just really wanted to show y'all how I got the color, everything like that, how I got my birthday hair, because this hair was for my birthday. I wanted to go all out and everything like that. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I love y'all so much. Thank you for the continuous love and support. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that post notification bell so you know when I upload, because I'm coming with the juice, the sauce, and the heat, okay? But without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video. Love y'all. Bye. Mwah.